What's concerning to me is that, one, there was a conversation with a 5-year-old about their sexual orientation. A 5-year-old. We got kids that aren't even kindergarten ready, but we're having conversations with them about their sexual orientation at 5? There's concerns there. Just the conversation alone, there's concerns there. It's not concerns about whether or not the parents are affirming or not, but here's the question. If they asked a 5-year-old about their sexual orientation, it just so happened that the parents were affirming, according to Cuyahoga County, that's great. What happened if the parents weren't? Are you removing a 5-year-old from the custody of their children because you don't affirm a child's sexual orientation at 5? The answer is no governmental agency should have that authority, period. That's non-debatable. That's not a partisan issue. That's an 80-20 issue that the voters support us on. No parent should have their constitutionally protected rights taken away to raise their children as they see fit simply because their 5-year-old has been taught that there's a such thing as having a sexual orientation to the same gender. That's absurd.
HB 693, amazing bill. So what this does, you've heard of us, being engaged around the SAFE Act, Save Women's Sports, some of these trans issues, pushing back, really the tipping point in Ohio related to some of these bills. Matter of fact, Click ran the SAFE Act. Now what we're doing is, okay, well, what about the counseling area? What about this thing? And really in Hamilton County, that happened in 2018. You guys have probably heard Aaron talk about the situation in Hamilton County where 2 parents lost custody of their 16-year-old daughter because they did not want Cincinnati Children's to medicalize their child. They said, listen, you're 17, almost 18 years old. Hey, just think about it. Let's get some therapy or whatever. But the problem is now, Mike, is for families like that want to get therapy, if they live in the one of 15 cities and the entire county of Cuyahoga County, if they live in those areas and they want to get counseling for their kids, there's no legal counsel available that wants to acknowledge the biological reality of their child. And so we've got a really bad problem. Back in 2017, there was only 4 cities that were like that. Now we've got 15 in the entire county where they ban any counseling or therapy for gender incongruence that actually acknowledges the biological reality of the child. This is insanity. And so this bill kind of hits at the root of that. It deals with the courts. It deals with the social services, juvenile courts. It deals with the curriculum coming in. So if you partner in any way with the state of Ohio to do training around social services, to do training around youth advocacy, guardian ad litems, you cannot have content that considers it harm to affirm the biological reality of your child. Because they do say that it is actual harm. That judge in Hamilton County said that you could be causing the suicide of your child to not recognize her as a boy, use particular pronouns, let them dress a certain way, and on top of that, go to Cincinnati Children's and be medicalized. That is harm. As the world is finally waking up from the mad science age of gender medicine, most Ohioans would be shocked to learn that we have several municipalities across the state that are still advancing laws that require counselors and therapists to reject biological reality in their practices. In 2017, there were only 4 cities that had passed therapy bans. Today, there are 15 cities and an entire county where it is illegal to provide families any form of counseling that does not reject their child's biological reality. Again, in Ohio, we have entire cities where parents must be told that the only solution for their child's gender incongruence is to somehow force their perfectly healthy bodies to align with their mental confusion or dysphoria, instead of the normal practice of getting the mind to align with the reality, as with anorexia, bulimia, and body dysmorphia. Despite a decade of country after country, state after state, study after study, whistleblower after whistleblower, detransitioner after detransitioner, exposing the harms of pediatric sex change procedures and therapy, we still have ingrained in some of our most trusted institutions the false narrative that only blind affirmation equals love and healing, and disagreement equals hate and harm. While we at Center for Christian Virtue are thankful for all of the great work being done by legislators to restore sanity in the area of gender ideology in medicine, there's much reparative work to be done. HB 693 will go a long way in ensuring that parents that simply want to raise their children consistent with biological truth will be able to do so without fear of being stripped of custody or otherwise punished.